While meditating on today's gospel, the gospel reading that we have heard, I was harboring the thought that why is it that God will not just burn every sinners in the whole world, every evildoers in the world, then problem solved? Why does He allow evil to continue to exist? Why? Why not just in one snap vanish the sinners? And then I realized, and I heard Him say, Gregorio, if I will do that, you will be one of them. Because all of us are sinners. If God will just eradicate all sinners, what will happen to all of us? Nobody will ever, save from the eradication. If this is, the way God deals with the sinners. My dear friends, the reality of evil in the world is manifested through the parable of the weeds among weeds. But the parable does not speak only of the reality of evil, but the reality of God's love and how He deals and how He is patient with all of us, with all of the sinners, with all the weeds in the world. Why? Because Jesus came to reveal to us who God is. And God is, according to Jesus, is not according to the Pharisees and to the people of His time that, the mentality, why not God burn all the sinners and all who does evil and all who do evil in the world? But this is not the reality of who God is. But God is the reality of who God is. We have heard on our responsorial psalm, on Psalm 86, how God is patient, slow to anger, full of love and kindness. He is not a police who wants every move of ours, and whoever does good will be rewarded, and whoever does evil will be condemned. No. He is patient to all of the sinners. Why? God's patience is always directed towards salvation, that the sinner may be converted, be sorry for their sins, and once again be converted back to the Lord. So, my dear friends, this is the reality of the parable of the weeds among weeds. And this parable does not only present to us the reality of evil in the world, but rather the reality of God's love that is always directed towards our salvation. And this reminded me of that beautiful, song of the psalm, but I will sing it in a different melody. Psalm 86. Loving and forgiving are you, O Lord, slow to anger, grace and kindness, loving and forgiving are you. So, my dear friends, it is good news. The parable that we have heard that is presented to us by Jesus is the reality of how He dealt with us. He is so patient and kind and loving, always patient towards sinners. So, He is inviting all of us to be patient to first for ourselves. Yes, because the reality of weeds in our life, not only in the world, can be seen, can be observed in our lives. But God has been very patient with us. So He is inviting us to be patient too, with ourselves and towards our fellow sinners, allowing them room for an opportunity to be converted, to be sorry for their sins, and come back to that loving and forgiving Lord. So, my dear friends, the message of the parable is loving and forgiving are you, O Lord, slow to anger, rich in kindness, loving and forgiving are you. That's why you and me should follow the Lord and His patience towards sinners, because He hates sin, but He loves sinners, and always willing to wait for them to come back to His love and mercy. And you will always find forgiveness.